Hi, Philippa. I've made you the host, so you are all set.
Hi, Crystal. Hi, Crystal. Ah, you're muted. Hi, Crystal.
Yes, I'm muted on purpose, Philippa. I've made you the host, so you are all set. I'm going to go now.
Okay, bless your cotton socks. Thank you so much for setting us up. I see that Sandra is there and she's commuting. She's connecting also, which is excellent. And nobody else has signed in yet, right?
I've made you the host, so you can see that now.
Okay, I can see. Yep, I see Sandra, and that must be her husband, Thomas.
My husband, Tom. Yep,
that's
this
me.
is Philippa.
Good
Hello.
evening, good evening. I'm Philippa. And I guess you are ahead of the game.
Yes. That's not my real name.
Well, welcome. I'm really happy that you're going to join us. And you have a meeting tomorrow night to make you authentic, right?
Yeah, I can't make it. I don't know if he's going to make it, but they said neither of us actually have to go. So
I don't think you have to be there. Here
no,
comes-
they actually made it a point in the email that says you do not have to be here.
Oh, that's not very, very nice, huh?
Well,
I can see that John is about to come in. He is connecting, I think. Tom, I have to tell you that I am totally inept as far as technology goes, so that bad things may happen.
that's okay. We struggle with this whole Zoom thing ourselves. We actually had to buy a microphone because the computer audio wasn't very good, and that's what I was struggling with. I go, which one do I connect with? How do we do it?
Hi, John.
Hello.
All right, and Sarah is connecting as well, and she's going to be secretary for tonight, which is wonderful. There she is, Sarah.
Hi.
Congratulations, you are still vertical and you survived that UN trip, and well done.
Thank you.
To come in second at nationals,
Yep.
that's amazing.
Yep, they did well.
Yeah, they did. I know one of them was disappointed he didn't get you the first place in nationals.
I
but-
know. It's fine. It's they did well. That's all I care about.
Yeah, well, I think they do well because you are an amazing coach. For
I
those
don't
of you who don't know, this is Sarah Ziedzik, and she is the UN coach for Woodstock Academy. And besides everything else that she does, but that's
Yeah.
what she had this week, the last weekend, a couple of weekends ago. Okay, we have two new members, Sarah, right on the, I don't know if you can see them. I've lost
I
them.
can see them.
Oh, there they are.
Hi, Sarah. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey.
Do you know Sarah?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
This is Sarah
What
Ziedzik.
department are you with, Sarah?
I'm in social studies.
Nice. My kids went through the academy, but
Oh,
they're
nice.
much older.
I started in 2002.
You might have had my younger one. He graduated 2008.
Maybe. That seems like so long ago.
I know. We won't put you through it.
We won't talk about when I graduated from the academy.
Okay, well, my grandfather clock just struck 7 o'clock. So I am going to declare the meeting open. We are all online. Denise is taking her husband out for dinner tonight. His birthday is Saturday. So they are celebrating their birthday and his birthday in Providence. So they will not be with us, but she has got me minutes. And I guess, did everybody get a copy of the minutes of the February meeting?
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay, so I am really happy to have two potentially new members on the committee. Thomas and Sandra. John, do you know them?
Don't think so.
Okay,
No.
they're the couple in the picture up there.
Yeah, I can see them.
and Sarah has just met them. So we are an expanding committee because we are so popular. We are so inventive. We are so incredibly efficient. I am so happy that we have more people on the committee. So welcome, Thomas and Sandra. You both have great skills to
Yeah.
add. Would you like to tell us anything about yourselves before we start?
Go ahead, Tom. You start.
I'm a landscape architect, and I work predominantly on large projects. So no home, projects, no residential clients.
Mhm.
We do schools, hospitals, a lot of public housing, so things like that. But and I love gardening. Sandra and I garden together on our 1 acre property, and enjoy plant material and keeping the place look good.
Fantastic. We are offering you more than 2 acres of property to
Oh.
expand your gardening potential into. How exciting is that? Sandra.
Well, I'm a project manager, and my previous career has been in creative. I worked with locally, you'll know Crabtree and Evelyn. I was package designer for them for many years, and then went to United Natural Foods and did food packaging. So I'm very familiar with that, and then went into project management. That's what I'm doing now. Other than that, we are just avid gardeners, but my big thing is dealing with invasive species right now. So that's my kind of focus.
Jumping worms, right?
Jumping worms. Oh my God.
Jumping worms.
Yeah,
well-
I had to go into a Facebook support group for people with jumping worms. So
Well, welcome to our committee. You have great talents and skills, and I know that you went and walked the Arboretum and were impressed at how steep it is,
yeah.
and and that it needs hands, absolutely. And we are hoping to be able to hire hands for the summer. And I know we have at least one working group coming in, so it doesn't have to be us doing all the working group. However, as John knows, we do go in and do some of the work that needs to be done. So, it's part of being on the committee, but welcome. We're happy to have you. Okay, everybody's had a copy of the minutes. Anybody got any comments on them? Anybody want to make any changes? I entertain a motion to accept them.
So moved.
Thank you, John. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, anybody opposed? No.
Okay.
Any abstentions?
Oh,
No.
we're-
Okay.
We're not members.
Oh, I just said I.
You have to abstain because you're not on the committee yet. Tomorrow night. Okay, treasurer's report. Anything updating, John?
No, there hasn't been any activity since last month, so the balances are still, as are reported in the minutes, a little over $200 in the operating account, and then I think it's like $9,000 in the Friends account.
Okay.
Actually, it's 8,500 odd in the Friends account.
Okay, and just to clarify for Thomas and Sandra, the Friends account are donations that have been made primarily to support the trees, to buy bushes, but tree support, not for snow plowing or mowing or regular maintenance. That was my understanding when I came onto this committee, and that's what we try to retain, so that we in the past have sent out a letter every couple of years asking for donations, and those donations have all gone into the Friends account
Okay.
to support the trees. And the town, because we are a town-owned park, we look to the town to pay for the maintenance, the mowing, and if there's a major tree that comes down, that kind of thing. That is a problem this year because we've had some major expenses. And so we're down to this $200 to cover mowing expenses until the end of June. We were told that the budget will stay the same as it was last year, which is $3,000. John made the plea that we should at least get 4,000 because we're running out of money right now.
Mhm.
And I went in to see Jay, the first selectman, and sort of reiterated what John had said and what we need, that we do need $4,000 at least in our, and we used to get 7,000, so that when everything got cut, we got cut.
Mhm.
But we 3,000 will not do it for us. So at this point, Jay has a little stick-it note that he wrote on when I came in that John said this and we need this, and whether he took it to the budget, I don't know. But we have requested at least $4,000. We do have an arborist, Julian Reese, who was at Woodstock Academy. He's an ex-Woodstock Academy student and he loves the Arboretum. And he comes out and gives us a very good price, but does the best he can do. But he came out and did a whole review of the Arboretum and pointed out that we have trees that are compromised by
Mhm.
fungus, by other things. And because of the verticality of the Arboretum, which you noticed, one would have to bring in very large machines to bring trees down safely, to bring branches of the trees down safely. The queen of the Arboretum, that purple beech, has fungus down one side, but in order to just to take off that side would require bringing in all of those big machines, so that they encourage us to take the whole tree down. We don't want to do that because it's such a wonderful tree, I guess. But at some point, if there's a safety issue, we're going to have to do something about it. So the town have said that when it becomes a safety issue, because it's a town park, they would step in and carry the
Mhm.
cost. But so that's something to hold in the back of our minds when we're talking about budget.
Mhm. And if, in talking about budget, because Tom's a landscape architect, when you're buying trees, he gets a discount.
Depending on where you, yeah.
Yeah, depending on where we can go, so.
Thank you, Tom. That sounds great. Discounts are always welcome.
Yeah.
Sarah, did you have something to say? No,
No.
I thought you looked like you had something to say. No. Yes, John.
I should mention I accepted Betterview Landscaping's proposal for the quote for their mowing. I remember there was an email exchange. I don't think we've mentioned that in the minutes, but we ought to say we've accepted their proposal.
Excellent. And you mentioned that it's lower than last year, which is amazing,
was-
right?
Yeah, $5 or $10 a time lower. And I don't know
Well,
whether that was their mistake or whether they really think they can, it would be cheaper, but we'll see.
Okay.
What is the company called again?
It's Betterview Landscaping.
Yep, thank you.
It's the one that we've used all along, that they took over from the previous group that took care of the Arboretum. What we don't use from them, and we could, but instead we use either volunteers or we want to pay people, students during the summer, is we don't pay them to do the maintenance around, like the zipper zapping around the beds and around the trees. They just mow. They also could do something additional, but when they did it additionally, it wasn't terribly satisfactory, I don't think. So we don't pay for that extra piece.
Right.
But that's something up there to discuss if we can't hire people during the summer, for instance.
And that's an annual fee for the whole season?
Yeah.
Well, they charge us by the number of times they mow. And so they mow every week to 10 days, depending on how fast the grass grows.
Mhm.
Yep. We have asked them to time their mowing with the grass growing so that they don't mow every week if they don't need to, because of our limited budget. I've seen that there are people out there mowing already, which is kind of craziness as far as I'm concerned.
Not at the Arboretum, though.
I'm sorry?
Not at the Arboretum, though.
They have not been mowing at the Arboretum, no. But I mean, I've seen people out mowing in different places, and it's like, no, they haven't started yet. And they don't mow if the grass has not been picked up from the branches and stuff, they get very unhappy. So that's where we need our volunteers and our student groups and things to clear the branches off the grass and
Mhm.
to encourage the mowers to mow, you know, where it's possible to mow. There are areas that they don't mow, like they don't mow the path around what you noticed it went around the stream and across the bridge.
Mhm.
That has to be zipper zapped. So we have to go in there and we do that because we don't hire them to come in and zipper zap stuff.
Mhm.
So that's just a choice that we had made like 3 years ago. But yeah, that's good. And Julian has said he will come back and take another look at what's happening and what needs to be done. And if there's anything that has to be done with an emergency, he will let us know. He is very good at I think, at trying to match our budget and match his best plans to what needs to be done. Do you know him, Tom? Julian Reese?
No, I don't. No.
He's fairly young. I mean,
Yeah.
he's, you know, but he's very committed to the Arboretum, which is nice. Any
That's nice.
comments from Sarah or John?
Is he a climber?
I think he has been. I'm not sure if yes, he does still climb,
Mm-hmm.
but he understands that it would need big machines to do that big tree.
Right. Oh yeah. No, I
Yeah,
agree.
I think he has climbed, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's still a climber. That's kind of a scary job to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any other comments or questions about that? Moving right along. We have April the 25th. We have a Pomfret School Day of Service. And John, you had brilliantly volunteered to be there, right?
Yes, that's still on my calendar, so we're good.
Fantastic.
I'm
If
gonna need some pointers before then.
I will be happy to walk around with you. Sandra and Thomas, if either of you are available on that day,
Let's take a look at our calendar.
it is April the 25th, and Pomfret School students will send probably about 20 students.
You're here, I'm gone. I
Expecting that.
yeah, I go to Arizona. I'm going to be taking care of his mom, so I'll be gone, but he'll be here.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to be gone to California to see my son, so
Oh, that's right, we
is
talked about
stepping up.
What day?
Um,
What day of the
It's
week
a
is that?
Thursday, yeah. Tom works full-time still, so.
Right, it's 9 to 3, so John has very gallantly volunteered to be there. They come with teachers, and I will walk around. Basically, we have this lovely mountain of wood chips,
We
Which
saw
is-
that.
which needs to be carried down from there in probably on you know, tarmac things, not tarmac,
Tarps.
tops, because the wheelbarrows are really heavy to push back up again.
Mhm.
So the kids need to take those down and put them all around the trees and spread them around, those wood chips. And we were donated those, and it was wonderful. That needs to be done. All the branches need to be picked up. And I'm assuming, Sarah, that you're going to be working also 9 to 3 that day, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. And I know that Denise is not available. So John is the only one who is available that day. He will be flying solo. And you can do it, John.
I can run down there. Like I can come and check on you to make sure you're still breathing. At lunch. But the
That's
Academy's
wonderful.
birthday is May 22nd.
I'm sorry?
The Academy Day is May 22nd.
Okay.
The
And
Academy
so-
afternoon. We don't do a day.
Right. So it will be like 2:30 to 4:30,
2:30 to 4.
2:30 to 4.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
And I'll be there, obviously.
I'm pretty sure I can be there too. Okay, so May 22nd,
Mhm.
2:30 to 4, we have another work group coming down, which is excellent. It's right before my last Green Valley tour, so that will be nice. Won't be any good for the first 2 tours though. John, any ideas about the fence that you had mentioned you might check
Yeah,
out?
and I haven't been to take a look at it, so I need to do that, and I will do that in the next few days. I think all we need to do is replace one post and maybe the two rails. The other
Okay.
posts seem to be in sort of okay shape.
Great. Okay, terrific. If you would do that, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
Yep, I started having to write lists because my mental list disappeared.
I think that happens to all of us except perhaps Sarah.
No, I write down everything. I forget everything. I write down everything.
I do too. Sarah, is there anybody at Woodstock Academy now who might be able to replace the numbers for the self-guided tour with more attractive ceramic numbers?
Oh, I could ask. I could ask Rachel if anyone in the art department could do that. I think
That would be,
ceramics
I mean,
is-
it almost seems like a thing that the special ed program could do.
in ceramic.
I don't know if they ever get into the art classes.
I I can ask, I'll ask Brielle who runs our makerspace and see what she thinks.
That would be fantastic
Okay.
because I think they're looking a little taggy.
Okay.
You know, so it would be very nice. For Tom and yeah, we have a self-guided tour, Sandra and Tom, that when you
Yep.
go to the mailbox, you can take it out. I think I mentioned this to you this morning, Sandra.
Yeah, I
And-
was just gonna say to Tom, we took the route around the big thing, a pile of shavings, and didn't go down that path
Right.
by the use. If we had done that, there's a mailbox there.
Oh,
And
We-
normally the tours that I give for Last Green Valley always start in that direction,
Mhm.
and the
What's
numbers
funny
start
is-
in that
it's
direction
funny,
and go around.
we walked off to the right there where the sign is, and the sign says, go this way. But the two U's there are, in my opinion, just seem less than welcoming. But you must have do you go around to the right of those?
You can walk right around the U's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a
So we
problem.
didn't, so we missed that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, I think those numbers are they've been there for a long time and they're not terribly attractive. It would be
Right.
very nice to have something a little more interesting. And if the art department could create something, that would be terrific.
That would be.
So thank you, Sarah.
Mhm.
Otherwise, the future, the work projects tend to be picking up sticks, weeding, and spreading wood chips, right?
Yeah, weeding the rain garden there at the edge of the parking lot is that requires constant attention.
It does, but it also requires full body armor.
Yeah, and there's a lot of poison ivy in
There's
there.
a lot of poison
Um,
ivy in there. And Sarah she just breathed it last year and got poison ivy, right?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna stick to picking up sticks
Please do.
and then cleaning up around the mulch, like pulling weeds by the mulch.
Okay, stay right there. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you used anything on the poison ivy to knock it back?
Like what?
Well, I use agricultural vinegar. And if you just put in a spray bottle on a non-windy day, it will, and just do it every once in a while, it will start knocking it back. And it's
Will it
not,
kill the rest of the plants though?
if it gets on the other plants, it will. But if you do a spray bottle and you can get just the leaves, and it's not, it will disappear. It's vinegar, so it will
Right.
go away. Yes, you could kill everything if you spray everything. So you just have to be careful.
It sounds like you have a mission.
Yeah, I've got I actually have a little backpack sprayer that I use.
Really?
But
Fantastic.
I can't promise that not gonna get it on something else, but I could probably, when they start leafing out a little bit, I could probably go and
Okay.
spray some.
That would be wonderful. The poison ivy and anywhere in the garden is a real problem because the kids get it and we get it, and it makes life very difficult. So anything that does not, poison everything else would be wonderful.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. It just takes a couple of applications, but it seems to work, okay, it will knock it back.
That would be great. That would be wonderful. Last Green Valley tours, I have them scheduled for May 8th, 16th, and 25th. I'm happy to lead them. If anybody wants to join me on those tours, you're welcome.
What dates were those?
May the 8th, 16th, and 25th at 10 o'clock. It takes an hour.
And what time are they again?
10 o'clock, John.
Well, the first two are probably out. Charlotte's having her knee surgery on the 8th, so I'll be
Wow.
somewhere else.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm putting my knee surgery off until October.
The 8th and the 15th, the 16th look good to me. I can talk to you about that. I think.
Oh, fantastic. Great.
Um,
And they're advertised through the Last Green Valley, and I can get anywhere from none to 10 people. You don't know how many are going to come.
yeah, I'm a volunteer for the Last Green Valley as well, so I am familiar with some of their. We've ended up with a lot, or no, none.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know, and it's lovely. I mean, the people who do come are just lovely people, and often will add things to the stories that I tell, which is really fascinating. I love meeting them, but you never know who's going to show. Okay, next we have to reschedule our June meeting because that's a town hall holiday. Denise says that she is free any Wednesday in June. We're going to try to stick with a Wednesday because that's the day that Tom can be with us, right?
Right.
How do other people feel about Wednesdays in June?
I think any of them would work for me.
Okay. Sarah, you are our hardworking lady.
The 26th, I'm gone. The 12th, I think, is my last day of school, so I will probably be out celebrating. And so
Well,
the 5th looks great.
that leaves only the 1st,
Yeah, the 5th.
the 5th in June. How's that for anybody?
That's fine.
It's okay for us.
Yeah.
Okay. June the 5th. Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. Wow, we are burning through this agenda. Other business.
I wrote everything we just talked about in the other business about the budget of $4,000, maintenance of the trees, the bid, the fence post, and the academy numbers.
Thank you
Philippa,
so much for being the
Philippa, you don't
secretary.
follow an agenda very well. I'm just going to point that out there.
I'm following the agenda.
Okay.
I'm following the agenda. I have it right in front of me, Sarah. I thought all those other things were part of the treasurer's report, all the budget and everything. That sounds like treasurer business.
If
Well,
we,
thank you for doing the minutes. I really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
sure, no problem.
somebody, either you, Sarah, or Denise, or somebody needs to tell the town clerk we've changed the time of the meeting so that they can change the notices that they have to submit.
You're right, John. Absolutely. We
And
need to
thank
buy
you,
into all of that
everybody,
town business.
And thank you,
Well-
everybody, for changing it for Tom.
Oh,
He
sure.
works down in Glastonbury, so he doesn't usually get back.
Later's always better for me.
It's okay, good.
Yep.
Yeah, this
So,
is.
yeah, but does this time work for everybody?
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah? Great. So we will stick with this time and this day of the week and this day of the month.
Mhm.
Great. All right. Excellent. We've got some cohesion here.
Before we
anybody-
go,
Yes, Sarah.
What are we gonna start? How, are we gonna hire again for the summer? And then when are we gonna start that process?
I'm hoping so. I stopped by to see Jay and I
Mhm.
told him that we wanted to hire again because I said that's when people come to the park during the summertime. And that's when we don't have any volunteers to keep it looking nice because kids are out of school. So we do want to hire again. He understood that. I'm not sure how we will do that if they don't give us $4,000.
Okay.
Would you agree, John?
Yeah, that's gonna be a tall order. Because we squeaked, well, we haven't finished the fiscal year yet, so I don't know whether the money we got in the budget for this current fiscal year, we did pay a couple of folks part-time this past summer.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, it really depends on how often Betterview mows between now and June 30. Because they'll probably mow twice.
But you know what, John? I think we need to tell the town that, we've spent all the money they gave us and now we're not getting mowed. What do you think?
Well, we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Because I really don't think the Friends of the Arboretum money should go for mowing.
No.
That's my feeling. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. I think
Well, it's not the first choice, certainly.
Yeah, but we'll see. But yeah, so Sarah, if you know of any students, because you really helped out last time. We had good students. We had that great, Paul was wonderful. I don't know if I'm not sure if he wants to come back. We can certainly ask him.
I think we reach out to the two that were here because they did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And then if not, then we post it, aka I send an email to everybody.
I mean, I think that legally, because it's a town hired job, we have to post it somewhere, that the town has to post it on Shopper's Guide or somewhere.
Okay.
So we would need to do that. But
Did
I'm
we
not
pay
sure we
for-
can do it before we get the thumbs up from Jay that we've got the extra money.
Did we pay for the ad last year?
No, the town did.
Town did? Okay.
Any other thoughts, anybody?
Well, we were just, when we were out there at the site, we got down to the bottom of the slope. And we're not sure how far the property goes beyond that. Is there a property line or what's beyond the maintained area of the Arboretum
The jungle.
jungle?
Beckwith property.
It used to belong to the Arboretum, but then it was bought by the farmer below us. And that farmer still owns, the farmer's family still own that piece of the property. Our property goes to that stone wall, beyond which you see the huge pile of all of the material that we collect when we're harvesting in the Arboretum, and we just dump it over the stone wall. We have permission to dump it over the stone wall, but that is no longer our property, and that is the extent. Basically, we are bounded by the stone walls north and south, and the stone wall on the east. Those are our property lines.
Okay.
And it's a small property, but by golly, it's tough to maintain it in the middle of the high summer when everything is growing like crazy. And we have no volunteers. It seems like a big property. The garden club does maintain the shade garden when I prompt them. Linda planted it, and when I let her know that we've got a walk coming up, or people are coming in to look, and this is the garden club's shade garden, then she'll send some people down, and she'll come down and she'll weed it and take care of it.
Yeah,
So that's nice. We do have that commitment from them.
She has the spring cleanup on her list. She and I drove down to a Federation of Garden Clubs board meeting earlier this week, so she's got that on her list.
And we're included in the spring cleanup?
the shade garden area, the woodland garden, whatever, is on her list to get cleaned up.
Oh, John, thank you for telling me that. That's terrific. Okay. That is great because yes, it's got branches in it and it's got weeds in it and it's, yeah, it needs cleanup. And I removed the broken pot yesterday that the one on the little platform. One
Mhm.
pot had a branch fall on it and totally smashed, so I removed that. So we need to replace that with something else. In the past, Sandy and Tom, we've actually had a wedding in the Arboretum, and we would love to encourage events in the Arboretum as far as that goes. Birthday parties and anniversary parties and weddings. The wedding was great, Sarah, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it was great.
Yeah.
They're still married, so I guess it was great. It's been a year and 3 months.
Almost,
4
it
months.
isn't a full year yet, Sarah.
It's been a year. It's been a
Oh,
whole year.
really? Okay.
No, wait, has it?
No, it
No,
hasn't.
it hasn't. Just kidding. It's been 5 months.
And they're still married. All
They're
right.
still married.
Okay. I think we're done. And anybody got anything else to say?
I think we're good.
Good.
All right. Thank you all very much. Enjoy the rest of the evening. I
Thank
heard
you.
about snow showers tonight. I'm not sure if they're really coming.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
Charlotte did something with it. We have a small Japanese maple. She put a sheet over it because it's
Oh, really?
bud. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope not. So thank you very much. Good night, everybody.
Alrighty.
All right.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.